Pay attention. Put some fire in the chat right now. We have a woman on here right now that's going to go ahead
Hello?
and take control right now. She
Oh, I
is
got.
a doctor
Wait a minute,
of
let me take this
over
off.
a lot of years. She got her degree. She got an earned doctorate. She's a wife, a mother, an amazing woman, and all around a leader in this company, y'all. I need y'all to pay attention to none other. Y'all know how I do it. Dr. Tamara Dunn.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. DJ Chris, drop some fire in the chat for DJ Chris. So really quickly, I am going to mute the lines out really quick. So we try not to get any distractions. How are you guys doing this evening? It's a good Monday evening. You could be anywhere. We're just so excited that you are here with us tonight. So you all know the drill, right? So we're sending out reminders to our guests, get them on the line so they do not miss any of this pertinent information. Put some reminders in your team chats, get all your team members on. If you want to send the link out to a few people on your phone, like 5 to 10 people on your phone or a messenger, just do not post it on your social media platforms, please. So just send it out individually to certain people. Say, I got something exciting I want to share with you. Please hop on this Zoom very quickly. All right, so let's do that. My name is Dr. Tamara Dunn. As Chris Courtenay said, I am born and raised out of Flint, Michigan. Went to high school, went to college. I went to Ferris State University. I got associates, got a bachelor's, and then I got my doctorate of optometry. And I have been a board certified optometrist for the past 18 years. Back in 2008, I got married. So we'll be married 18 years next month. We've got 2 kids, a 15-year-old daughter and 11-year-old son. So we are here. I'm a sports mom, busy, right? But I am just so grateful for the opportunity by our leader, Mrs. Nina Rochelle Moore, for giving us the opportunity, me and my co-host, Dr. Branwell, to present with you on this evening, because Super Patch has been so exciting in the last year of my life. All right, so I've been in the health and wellness industry for the past 11 years. And being in the medical field for the past 18 years and still haven't seen what I've been seeing with Super Patch. All right. This year has been amazing. So we're here, and I know that you're probably like, oh, Lord, they invited me to another one of these calls for another one of those things, right? But I just want to assure you that this is not that. All right. So we are here to show you, better yet, we're here to educate you on things that we have never seen before, right? We are here to educate you on new technology, not another Me Too product. All right. We're seeing people walking out of wheelchairs and walkers. We're seeing people like Mama Nisi. She left her cane in Michigan and she lives in Georgia because she didn't need it anymore since she's been patched, right? That's what we are seeing. And not just with physical wellness. My son, we're seeing people that's wearing peace and focus, having better days at school or on their job, right? We're seeing people that have been dealing with grief and sadness and high stress, and because they've been patched, not having to be medicated. So it's things like that are going through our life where we are seeing the future of wellness transform. And you could be a part of that today. And because we're not gatekeepers, we're trying to share this with everyone. We're trying to share this with the world. And that's why all of you are here this evening. So if you were invited tonight, I welcome you as a guest. And I want you to send a quick text to the person who invited you to this call. And I want you to thank them, because tonight could be the first night of the rest of your life. What you're going to hear tonight could change your life and your future forever if you allow it. So I just want to go over a couple things really quickly. And I want to talk about wellness in the global space, like in the world. And if I come down your row, I want you to put me in the chat. If you hear something that you may be going through, I want you to put me in the chat. All right. So 6 billion people suffer with poor sleep. And that could be going to sleep. That could be staying asleep, like if you're up and down all night, all right? 1.6 billion people suffer with aches and pains. Aches and pains. 2 billion people suffer with poor mobility. 2.4 billion people suffer with high stress. And that could be at home stress. That could be work stress, just life stress, financial stress, right? Physical stress. 1.8 billion people suffer with mood issues. I'm seeing a lot of me's in the chat, right? So we go to the doctor for all these things, and then we get over medicated and still nothing helps. So you're asking, like, well, how can these patch devices help me? Like, what's so special about them? Well, I'm glad you asked. Number one, they're drug-free, ingredient-free, chemical-free, stimulant-free. So you don't have to worry about side effects. You don't have to worry about contraindications. It's safe for all ages. So the patch devices covers up to 90% of what people go to the doctor for. So including the list that I just gave you, plus so much more that people go to the doctor for, right? The patch devices works with our brain through our skin. Do you know anyone with skin? Type in the chat me if you know people with skin. Do you have skin? Do you know people with skin? If you think of back in the day when you were younger and your mom told you get out the kitchen before you touch the hot stove, but you want to touch it anyway. So you touched it, or maybe you touch an iron, or for my ladies out there, a flat iron or a pressing comb hit the side of your head. What happens right away? Soon as it hits your skin, you flinch away, right? Because your brain automatically knows the sensation on your skin and sends a signal to your brain. So that's how the patches work, right? Your body is always listening. Every step you take, every surface you touch, every small change in pressure or movement, your skin notices it first. Then your brain decides what to do next. This is how your body has always worked. Super patch starts right there, not by adding anything new, but by sending a clear, gentle message through the system you already trust. That's why we call our patches messengers. For years, we were taught that wellness had to come from the outside, like pills and powders and stimulants and chemicals. But the truth is simpler. Your nervous system already runs the show. It controls how you move, how you rest, how you focus, and how you recover. When communication inside that system gets fuzzy, the body works harder than it needs to. Super Patch was created around one calm idea. If we can improve the clarity of the message, the body can do the rest. No forcing, no overriding, no ingestion, just a better signal. So the Super Patch doesn't fix you, it reminds you. Super Patch does not push chemicals into your body. It doesn't tell your body what to do. Instead, it sends a message, a physical signal your nervous system already understands. That signal helps your brain organize information more clearly so your body can respond with more ease. This isn't about adding power, it's about restoring communication. So that's simplicity at its best and how the patches work through our skin. But I know there's some people online that want to know, well, I want to know how it works, right? So we've got a short 5-minute video that we are going to play so that you can see the science behind it. All right. So let me share my screen. All right. So take some notes and I'll be back. Peace.
On average, it covers about 21 square feet. Bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight. and contains 11 miles of blood vessels. I'm talking about the biggest organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Super Patch Company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate your body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happening. They're called ion channels, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Super Patch Company. This elegant and effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals. And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain. The Freedom Super Patch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours. Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs of the mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress, injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, the Super Patch Company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called Haptic Vibrotactile Trigger Technology, or VTT. Each super patch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as braille for the brain. And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the U.S. economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM super patch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans, and studies show that balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer. Studies on the Liberty Super Patch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%. This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, the patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical-free. No ingredients or supplements, and there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Super Patch, backed by research, proven by science.
Awesome. I just love that video, and there's a few key words that I wrote down that I heard, and I hope that you guys heard it too. They said the patches was elegant and effective. I love how that sounds, elegant and effective. And I heard better balance equals longer life. Please put in the chat, do you or do you know anyone that you want to live longer? Do you want to live longer? Do you know anybody who you want to live longer? And that's what we are here to share with the world right now. All right. So we've got a special lady that's going to come up now out of Florida. And she has been just so excited about these patches ever since. Actually, she's the one that got us all started. She said, this is it, guys. Like, we have to do this. And I'm sure these patch devices came right on time as she transitioned her practice into a more holistic approach. She's been a medical doctor for over 30 years. So she knows exactly what she's talking about, and she's the expert of these patches. She's going to share with us how they benefit our bodies and how they work with our nervous system and not against it. So if you guys can type in the chat and welcome Dr. Nicole Bramwell to the line.
Thank you, Dr. Dunn. I give it back to you. You know 100% about these patches and what they can do to help people. And I am excited to share this with you as well. And so, I've been a doctor for a long time. I've prescribed a lot of medications over the 20 years that I was a board certified pediatrician in children. So you can imagine what I had to think about, not only livers and hearts and kidneys, but also just those little bodies and how sensitive they were to medicine. And whether or not the medicine was going to work. We have something called a paradoxical effect, where the medicine actually does just the opposite of what it's supposed to do. And it's very common in children. So they could take Benadryl and not get sleepy. They could actually get hyper. They could actually get a sedative and actually be climbing the walls, which I've actually watched. I've actually seen a child. I had to put a larger child inside of a crib with bars all the way up so that they would not climb out. Okay. So this is what we're talking about getting away from medication. So when you hear us say, well, they have no drugs, they have no chemicals, they have no ingredients, why would that be important? First of all, the medications are forcing your body to do whatever it's supposed to do, right? And it doesn't last after you stop the medicine, okay? Especially if you haven't made any lifestyle changes. So that's another thing over here. You don't actually have to make any lifestyle changes to wear the patches. You just need to be able to put on a Band-Aid, peel and stick the patches. So I am excited about that, because keeping things simple is what it's all about. And medications are definitely complex. How they affect the body, what type of side effects, what kind of contraindications, depending on how many medications you're on. And not just medications, even if you're taking natural supplements, your medications can actually interact with your natural supplements as well. And your natural supplements can also do something to your liver, your kidneys, or your heart, depending on whatever condition you have. And so what I do want to say is that we're not going to talk about any cure, treatment, mitigation, or diagnosis of disease, because that's not what we're here to do. We're talking about communication, gentle communication in a way that your body is already used to. It already knows what to do. It just needs to be reminded. Just like Dr. Dunn said, it just needs a reminder. And so our patch devices are gentle reminders, messages going to the brain, so that the brain can do what it's supposed to do, which is tell your body what to do, rather than what's been happening with some of you with your pain and your distractibility and your stress, letting your body govern whatever's going on. That's how come it doesn't make any sense, right? So let me tell you, we have been in every kind of journal, article. We are in Forbes magazine. Does anybody out there, if you know about Forbes magazine, put a 1 in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat. Oh, we got some people that know about Forbes, huh? You heard about that little magazine? Okay, all right. Well, they're talking really, really positive about our super patches, that our super patches are the thing to do. They're the future of wellness right now. This is the future. We are in the future. So you're not waiting for anything. We're here. It's here, right? How about healthy grades, health grades? You do that on, with your business. If you have a business, you've been on health grades. If you got a medical business or some type of health professional out there, you know about health grades, put a 2 in the chat because we're there too. And again, positive about what Super Patch is doing for people without medication, just communication, right? We're in a health science magazine where we're changing the paradigm, the old paradigm. What's the old paradigm? What I was talking about before, about jumping to a medication first for whatever issue that you have. But guess what? Super Patch addresses 90% of what you show up to the doctor's office for. So put your list. What is it? Is it pain? Is it off balance? You got some blood flow issue? You have allergies? My Defend Patch is taking care of those allergies for me, by the way. And I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but I just want you to see how important this is. How about the placebo effect? I got to touch on that because so you guys don't really know what that word means. Okay. So I understand that it's thrown around a lot and you think you know what it means, but you really don't. So first of all, for placebo to occur, you actually need to feel that something positive is going to happen from what you're going to take, whether it's real or not real. You actually have to feel like something positive, some healing is going to happen. So the number of skeptical people that we run into all the time, guess what? You're not likely to get a placebo effect. All right. Scientifically, what this means is that there's a p-value. We're not even going to get into that. But what it means for Super Patch is in our research of 16 articles, 6 of them in PubMed. If you know what PubMed is, please put a 3 in the chat. Please put a 3 in the chat if you heard of PubMed, because so many of you say that you got to look up the research. So you got to know what PubMed is because it's like one of the top medical articles. Like it is, my peers want that magazine, that journal. We look at that. We read that. Okay. NIH publishes in PubMed. Oh, so we got some of you that know about that. Okay. So the placebo effect for us, what it means for Super Patch is that there is a 0.1% chance that all the positive results that we see are just random. I want you to think about that. 0.1%, less than 0.1%, that it's random, that people's pain is reduced by 72%, as you heard in the video, that people are actually able to fall asleep faster by 50%, as you heard in the video, as people are sleeping 25% longer with the REM patch, as you heard in the video. How about your stability and your balance being improved by 30%, as you heard in the video? This is all real. I wanted to just kind of let you know that these are real people. You're going to hear some real testimonials after I just kind of go through these patches really quick, because you don't need to hear that from me. You can get back with the person that invited you here. They can put together something for you that is going to take care of whatever those problems are that you show up to the doctor's office for. I'm just going to tell you which patches so you kind of hear it one time, and then when you see it and talk about it again, it'll be familiar to you. Okay, so the Liberty patch is for strength and stability. That's the one you see us doing the balance test, and those people are like falling forward, and you think that we're pulling them. We're not pulling them. They're off balance. And then we put the patch on, and their non-dominant side now is equal to their dominant side. And now you see them stand up straight. Some of them, we're hanging off of them. We can't get them to move. Okay, that's pretty powerful. If your balance is better, your longevity will be better, as you heard Dr. Dunn share with you, right? Reduce inflammation, increase range of motion. If you haven't been moving your shoulders and now you can move your shoulders because you have the Liberty patch on, which we see all the time, that's pretty incredible. That's life changing. I mean, just reaching something in your cupboard in your kitchen, if you can't raise your arm to do that, that is life altering in a negative way. All right. So, and then homeostasis of your involuntary nervous system, which is your autonomic nervous system, controlling your heart, your blood pressure, your heart rate, your gut, your hormones, how you move, your limbs, all of those things. So the Liberty patch is our foundational patch. We've got freedom, which is for pain. That's simple. Pain and inflammation. That's very important. Yes, your pain will go away. This patch is very, very important. Put it in between the pain and your brain, and you're going to see how well it works. Non-drowsy. You don't have to worry about being sedated. You actually can put on the patch and get in your car and go ahead and drive. All right. Lumi, that's for skin. Skin is your first defense, 15% of your body weight, as you heard in the video. For me, my skin weighs 23.7 pounds. I did the math for that. That's a lot. I'm not going to take off my skin. That's too heavy. So it's very important for it to be intact. It's your first defense. So yes, it's going to make your skin radiant and glowing, but it's also going to make it healthy so that it can do what it's supposed to do to fend off germs that are coming from outside, germs that you can't see. Okay, REM is for better sleep. As I told you about the sleep, deeper sleep, you're going to dream. You're going to have more quality sleep, more rejuvenating sleep, right? And wake up refreshed, not drowsy, not like melatonin or valerian root or any of those number of things that are being advertised on the TV, all those drugs. There's so many that they have on TV for you to go to sleep with. It's ridiculous. Just don't bother to do those. Just go ahead and get the REM patch. Boost without caffeine, going to help you energy, nice clean energy. Defend, I told you, helping my allergies. No Zyrtec for me after 2 decades of taking Zyrtec. No Zyrtec for 7 months now. All right. No sniffly, no congestion, no nasally speech anymore. None of that. Fast recovery. If you do happen to catch something going by, I know you guys have those kids, those young kids, that happens a lot, right? Natural healing and also blood flow and just your general immune system, okay? Joy. Who doesn't want to be happy? Who doesn't want to, and you don't have to be like a mad kind of person or whatever. Just sometimes we don't wake up on the right side of the bed. It's, you all get so upset about Mondays. I don't get upset about Mondays anymore. Mondays don't faze me anymore. I love every day of the week and weekend. All right. So, but if you do, go ahead and put the joy patch on. All right. Happiness, optimism, positive attitude. You're going to get a whole lot more done if you feel better. Rocket is for reclaiming stamina and passion. Hey, that's very, very important for men and for women and ladies. It is helping ladies that are at that, of a certain age. That's the term. I don't know where that term comes from, but anyway, I'm going to say it because you're probably familiar with it. But of a certain age, you're going through that change of life. The rocket patch is helping our ladies with that, okay? Ignite, burning calories, raising your basal metabolic rate, all right? So that your metabolism is better. So lots of people ask about that. How can I do that? Up to 25% more calories burned in the day. And that's at rest. That's before you do any exercise, okay? Very important. How about just putting on a patch and being able to burn some calories? You ate that cookie. This weekend, I ate so much stuff because we had events. I'm telling you, I'm putting on my Ignite patch, actually 2 of them, all right? Peace, managing your stress and reducing stress, okay? That's important. All of us are under stress and you might not feel it because it happens silently within your body. Go ahead and wear the peace patch. I promise you, I'm calm and cool on the outside, but I know my body was just wreaking havoc because of stress. Now my inside and my outside match, and I love that. Kick it, getting rid of, and also your nerves. So with pain, we use that peace patch with the freedom patch and the liberty because it's going to quiet your nerves, calm your nerves so that your nerves can actually work together better, communicate with each other better. This is all about communication. Kick it, overcoming bad habits. And that could be from any range, from all the way left to all the way right. It could be negative thinking. It could be something more severe, smoking habits, that type of thing. please, we have lots of testimonials for people with serious life-threatening habits that have been changed because they're wearing the Kick It patch. Okay, fighting cravings if you are changing your diet or other kind of cravings. Like I was saying, nicotine is a craving when you're hooked to cigarettes, right? Focus, enhance focus. That means you can get your tasks done. Pay attention, right? How many times did you hear that in school? Pay attention. They call your name because you're daydreaming someplace, right? So this can help. Adults daydream too, and adults get distracted too, especially under stress. Please wear your focus patch, all right? And when you have better focus, you have better memory. Victory, this is amazing. There's some crossover with the victory, with the liberty on balance and stability, but it helps with recovery, not only in serious athletics, which is, it is helping our athletes. We have NFL players wearing it. We had, original basketball league over the weekend with super patch all over the place, right? And so the victory patch will help with power, agility, stamina, enhance neurological function. Okay, it does help with neuropathy and how it enhances relief and faster recovery, which is really important. Even if you're just increasing, like you're walking or you're slowly increasing doing yoga, it's going to help your muscles actually recover. All right. Assure is for motion sickness, nausea, and dizziness. Okay, lots of people have that, more people than you think. If the room spins or you're spinning, you probably want to use the Assure. Okay. And then Zen, this is like the dome over everything. Okay, the Zen patch, it's cognitive harmony, cognitive balance, decision making, 5 levels of executive thinking. This is, you could come up with some pretty serious ideas if you put on this Zen patch. Okay, also intuition and creativity. Who doesn't want to be more creative about what they need to do with their lives, right? So those are the 15 patches. Again, you can get this list from the person that invited you. What I want to do is bring up our first testimonial, which is Jeanette. She is out of Daytona Beach, and she's a good friend of mine. Actually, we know each other, I think, all the way from 7th grade, either 7th or 8th grade. That's a long time ago. Don't ask her that part. She's just going to tell you her testimonial, okay? So Jeanette, go ahead and speak so we can pick you up. Jeanette,
Good
I know you're on
evening,
there. There
Dr.
you are.
Bramwell and Dr.
Okay.
Dunn. Good
Can you
evening,
see her?
everyone.
Yep. Awesome. So just go ahead and share your story, your first experience with Super Patch.
My first experience with the Super Patch was actually through you. I was having some pain. I am a 11-year now dialysis patient, and I have mobility issues. I had a right knee replacement back in 2015. I could not get my left knee done because of I have anticoagulant lupus and blood clots. So I couldn't get the left knee done. And that's the one that I have so much trouble with. When Dr. Bramwell introduced me to the super patch, I was like, really? She's patched me, and I tell you what, I walked like I was doing, and she saw me too. I was dropping it like it was hot, bending my knees, walking back and forth. I have never done that. And I was just sold. I was sold. I was also having back issues, and I was patched with that. Being a dialysis patient, you also have sleep issues, and I was patched with the REM. I love the REM. As a matter of fact, I patched myself on Friday night. I slept all the way to 7 o'clock Saturday afternoon because my body was tired. I'm just loving the patches. I'm just grateful. I also have skin issues, so I'm got to try the Lumi. I haven't tried it yet, but I have serious skin issues also. So I'm so excited, and I have to give thanks to Jay Dollywall for the vision that was downloaded into him. and it was personal. So I love everything about the super patch, and I'm believing that by the end of 2026, we're going to reach 1 million people.
Thank you. That's right. That's right. That's
Drop it
right.
like it's
Have a
hot. Drop
million.
it like
Thank
it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Awesome, awesome. And so we have a second testimonial, TJ. So TJ, go ahead and speak so we can find you. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Are you there? Hey, I'm saying the right name, right? Yes. Okay. TJ, are you there? Are you
TJ, if
on?
you're here, you can just unmute yourself. May not be here, so we will move on.
I mean, I don't. I've been known to be TJ. That's who Ann Lester met me through. That she might have called me TJ. I'm under Evan though. I don't know
Okay.
if is it
Yes, if
me.
you're from Pastor Ann, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2017. Um, I have a lot of mobility issues with my left side. Um, I wasn't able to wash my right shoulder if without help per se. But I since the Ann came to me at church and she passed me, I was able to move my left leg at the time right then. Um, and then later on that day, I pay attention to how quick I can move my fingers, and I was able to move them. I haven't been able to do the things that I've been able to do probably since I had, nah, maybe in the last 4 or 5 years. But the super patch, I think she put freedom on me, liberty, and peace on my forearm and on my legs, around my knee. I mean, around on my calf and on my thigh. But I've done things that I haven't been able to do in the last 4 or 5 years. I don't know. I mean, besides watching the video now, which I understand a little bit more, I didn't understand how it was working. As an MS person and somebody that's been dealing with stuff and kind of they don't really have an answer to a lot of things. Anything's better than nothing, and I was willing to try anything, and I am so glad that I tried the super patch. It's probably the best thing that could have happened to me besides my electric chair that I ride around in. But I am so glad that I tried it, and I look forward to all the things that it could possibly be doing with me and to me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andre. Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. That is amazing. So, hey, we can't make it up. You're not going to be able to unhear what you just heard. So, and I know you've been watching all our videos, so you can't unsee what you've seen. If you haven't been balance tested or patched, definitely do one or both. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Dr. Dunn back up because we are going to tell you how just helping people is going to translate to helping yourself, not only in your wellness, but in your wealth. And so that's pretty powerful. We're all loving that part. And you know, she can share that with you. And she's going to tell you what makes us different from any of those other MLL companies out there. You're going to know what's special about Super Patch. So Dr. Dunn, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Branwell. Please let's drop some fire in the chat for Dr. Branwell, Miss Jeanette, and Mr. Evan Watson. Thank you so much for your testimonies. And I'm sure Miss Jeanette is not alone. I think it's some more people out there dropping it like it's hot since they've been patched, right? So I am so excited for you about that. All right. Awesome. All right. So listen. So we've heard about the patches and how they help our body. So now let's talk about why Super Patch as a company, right? So there are 8 marketing strategies as to why you want to partner with Super Patch. Number 1, we have intellectual property. So you watch the video about the VTT technology, the technology of the Super Patch. So guess what, guys? We own that. So Jay Dollywall, our CEO, has put parameters in place where no one can duplicate that technology for a very, 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 very long time. All right. So we are one of one, and we're going to be the only one. So if anyone wants Super Patch, it's either going to come through us or come through you, but they can't go anywhere else to get Super Patch. To the point that if someone duplicates it, they're going to get a $250,000 fine per patch. All right. So that's pretty serious. All right. So I don't think nobody wants to get into all of that. So we're one of one, and we own our technology. Number two, the patches work, and they work fast. That's number 2 and 3. So they work because that's the thing. All right. We try a lot of things and then they don't work, or they work for some and not others. And then they work fast. So we don't have to wait 30, 60, 90, 120 days and say, well, let's see how your body works with it. No, you're going to put it on, and depending on the type of nervous system that you have, it's going to be minutes, it's going to be hours, it's going to be days, maybe a week, but that's the longest. But the key thing is to wear it consistently. All right. Number 4, massive network. We're never going to run out of customers. All right. Super Patch has a $4.6 trillion industry. Can we get excited if you even take 1% of that? If I have 1% of that, I'm a happy camper. My family is a happy camper. All right. We can build generational wealth just from that 1%, right? Number 5, we have a CapEx program where it's kind of like profit sharing, owning shares of Super Patch, so you can get involved in that. Number 6, we have the best price for consumers. If you are a person that deals with chronic pain for 10, 15, for decades, right? Let's say you're a level 8 and higher every day. What price would you pay to not have that pain anymore? I think you would do what you need to do so that you're not in pain anymore. So you can have a better quality of life. So you can get your independence back. So that you can get your dignity back. Just do all the things so you can live more and be more and do more, right? For yourself and with your family. All right. So the best price for consumers. Number 7, regulatory compliance. Dr. Branwell told you about all of the articles that Super Patch is in, all the clinical trials that we have published. We have 17 total that you can get to on the homepage of our website. We're FDA registered. So we have taken care of all of that. And number 8, no lifestyle change. Like Dr. Branwell said, it's peel and stick. Put the patch on. You're going to be better. You don't have to do anything else, but just put the patch on. All right. So who likes contests? Who's competitive here? Let's see who has the most patches on today. All right. So let's type in the chat for those who have our patches on. How many do you have on today? Because that is another advantage, because you can wear as many as you need to get the result that you need to for that day. If you want to be the best version of yourself, then you can put as many patches on as you need to in that time period. All right. That's also 10s, 15s, 13s. All right. So we've got 15 patches. You can wear them all at one time because each patch has its own signaling pattern. So it's not going to contradict with each other, right? So those are our marketing advantages of why you should get started with Super Patch. As a team, we're a winning team. We have a simple system: patch, post, share, and care. All right, so we're patching, we're posting, we're sharing with our family, our friends, our neighbors, our coworkers, our church members. This is the future of wellness. All right, our mission is to patch 1 million people. Ms. Jeanette said we're going to get to that million by the end of 2026, and I so heartily believe that. We are on our way. We're not gatekeepers. We are sharing with the entire world. All right. So if you have listened to all this information and you know that these patches can benefit you, I want you to put me in the chat. All right. Put me in the chat if you know these patches can benefit you yourself. All right. Now, if you've listened to all the information and you know about 2 or 3 people who could probably benefit from these patches as well, I want you to put a yes in the chat. All right. So yes, if you know 2 or 3 people that can benefit from these patches as well. All right. So for those of you who put me's in the chats and yeses in the chat, you've got one of 2 options here tonight. All right. One of 2 options to make a decision to either become a customer or an associate. Now we love our customers. All right. So you want to get the link of the person that invited you to this call. Get their link because you're going to automatically get 30% off of your patches when you use their link. All right. So as a customer, we welcome you. We just want you to feel better. All right. We want you to have the best wellness possible. But if you know, maybe you know more than 2 or 3 people. Maybe you know you could get this out there and you can help catch 1 million people with us. Then you want to come in as an associate. You want to get the link and you want to pick a pack. All right, we've got 3 packs for you to choose from. And you want to pick the best pack, which is the Flex 40 pack. All right, so you get 40 packs of patches for $14.99. And you can customize it. So you can pick and choose whichever patches you want to get. But that's 40 packs. That's the best pack. That's going to set you up for massive success so that you can use them yourself, probably for your household if you've got some people that live in the home with you, and share the patches with your community as well. Okay, we've got our Flex 20 pack, which is $9.25, and you're going to get 20 packs of patches, all customizable. So they're all customizable, the packs, so that you can choose what's best for your network. And then we have our Flex 10, which you get 10 packs of patches for $4.99. Okay, so I want you to get back to the person that invited you. Pick the pack that you can get. I want you to pick the best pack that you can get. All right, and then there are options that you can flex pay it out. All right, so if you don't have all the money at once, the person that invited you can help you do some apps so that you can do some payment plans on those packages. Okay. So just talk to them about that. So I'm just so excited. I welcome all of you that's going to be coming on with the team. I don't want you to leave this call inspired and unchanged. If something resonated with you tonight, I want you to move on it tonight. I want you to get the link, get started tonight. Whether your goal is better wellness, additional income, or both, your next step starts with a simple decision tonight. Thank you guys for being on tonight. We are back here next Monday night at 8 p.m. Please come back and bring 1 or 2 people with you. All right. Love you all. DJ Chris, you can take us out. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Hey, man, next week we need 600 people in the building. That means each one of you will be bringing 10 different people on here. Who can commit to that? Put some fire in the chat if you're going to commit to bringing 10 new people in the building next week. Let me see some fire in the chat. Who's committing to it? All right, y'all. Well, look, that's what we're talking about because we're not gatekeepers here. We'll see y'all next week. We out.
You, when your heart was broke, I filled you up.